Hey guys, it's Rick from RC Kinsman Studio. Wrong channel. So RC Kinsman Studio. I'm a water media artist, and this is my first art video on YouTube. Well, kind of, sort of. I also have a card making channel. So there's some tutorials over there for art, but I've decided to make my own art channel. So I'm going to do my first video, and we're going to review the Let's Make Art subscription box today. And we're going to make a little painting. We're not going to do a painting from the subscription box, but we're going to use those supplies. So I'm going to flip you down and show you the subscription box. If I had the right thing in the place. Alright, so this is the Let's Make Art March subscription box. And this is not a sponsored video. My husband actually subscribes and gets this every month. So I wanted to do a little review on it. So we're going to open the box. I've already cut it. First thing you see is, spoiler alert, you're good at this, which is good encouragement. I mean, watercolor is not an easy thing. And I like this because, one reason is because it's all for all skill levels and they make it easy. So in the box you get a little synopsis of what you're going to be doing that month. You get, let's see, if I remember correctly, it's 4 projects and you get 2 sheets of watercolor paper per project and the supplies, but you need your own palette, your own watercolor brushes, and you get the paint. They also give you have an art lesson each week with them. And I think they do live, and then you can watch the recording. I don't really remember. But you have 4 different projects. Like this month, for March, you have a modern landscape, galaxy hair, mountaintop, ocean nights, and you get a little description of each. And then it tells you down here how it works. And you have a piece of graphite paper in the box that I'll show you in a minute. These are the paints. They are by Dandelion Paint Company. This is deep yellow. And they're liquid watercolors, which are fun. This is burnt orange. And I gotta put all this stuff back in his box because he's not done it yet. Phthalo blue, but we are gonna use his paint. And black. And I think this might be gouache. I'm not really sure. It might tell us in there. So I'm going to set that to the side where I can put that back. And then you pull this out. And you get a little sticker that says Dream On. I think that's a sticker. I'm not sure. It says Pull Here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you get a sticker. It's a cute little sticker. And then they sent a postcard that says Let's Make Art Matter, and it tells about a person. Each person is different each month, and it's a little story about each person. And I want to say, let's see, Dr. Kim is a wonderful pediatrician in his tiny town in East Texas. Despite her age making her high risk, she has been fighting COVID on the front lines. So it tells you all about them and what they do. And so, I mean, that's sweet. You can send that to a friend, and it's already been stamped. So you can send it to that person with words of encouragement. That's great. How cool. Okay, you got another little sticker that says, I'm mad about art. I'm mad about it. I'm not mad about it. That's funny. Let's Make Art sticker. All right, and then we're going to move that to the side. So you got 3 stickers in there. You each get a 5x7 instruction sheet with each project. And these are the projects. So I've got to carefully take these out so I can show y'all. We gotta make sure I put that back. Alright, so you have your watercolor paper. There's 8 sheets. So you get 8 sheets of watercolor paper. We're going to go ahead and slide that back in because I have my own watercolor paper we're going to use. And if he has a referral link, I will post that for y'all. And I'll also post the link for this. All right, so you have 4 projects. This is the Modern Landscape for March. You have an instruction sheet, how to use your kit. Maybe that's an extra project. This is another one. You can kind of keep these. That would be a good reference photo. Your instructions. I've never opened one of these, so I don't really know what's in here. All right, so you have the outline for the project. You can kind of, that's what the graphite paper is for. And you can kind of sketch that out on your paper. This is the mountaintop. That's pretty painting. This is your sketch for that. And the ocean night, which is obviously going to be more freeform. And your graphite paper is inside this postcard. I'm totally ripping this open. Oh, okay. So this is a postcard. You make an piece of art on the postcard and then send it to the person that is on the card. That makes more sense. How sweet. There's your graphite paper. Let's see. Black, pale, blue, dark, umber. Bleed-proof white is what is in that box, in that little container. All right, so I'm going to stick all this back in his box. This cost, if you get, it's for all skill levels. So let me start there. This watercolor subscription box is for all skill levels. And so if you're a beginner, it's great for that. If you are a more advanced artist, that's great. It's for everybody. The cost, if you want just one box, is $45 plus shipping and tax. If you do the monthly subscription, the month to month is $35 plus shipping and tax. I'm really not sure. I know there's shipping charge. If they also have a 6-month that is $210 and a 12-month which is $420. There is no discount for the 6 or 12 month. It's the same $35. So in my opinion, you're better paying month to month to see what you think. So that's what's in the box. And now we're going to play with his watercolors. So I'm going to set that to the side. And let's see. I'm going to get a piece of fluid acrylic, because that's what we're going to be working on today. And first thing I'm going to do is make some swatches of these colors. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of the fluid watercolor paper and we're going to swatch out these colors that came in in the March kit, which are deep yellow that I put down right now. And across from that, I'm going to put down, I showed you I'm going to use the black velvet brushes. So I've got the deep yellow down and I'm going to swatch that out and I'm going to pull that out with water to make a gradient to see how far I can pull it. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the burnt orange. So I've swatched the burnt orange and I'm going to pull that out to see how many values I can get out of that, what value range. Now we have the Tahoe blue, and we're going to pull that out. And Tahoe blue is a staining color. You can see right there how it stained the paper and didn't pull out all the way. So be aware of that. And then we have black. So I'm going to pull that black out and get the nice range of colors. Alright, so I'm going to list those so I know the range that I'm looking at. And then we're going to get started on our painting. So I've already got this sketched out. We're going to do a daffodil, and I like to take my photo references that I get and I turn them into black and white photos so I can see the values really easily. So that's a good little tip for you if you want to see your value scales, because that's values are very important. I'm going to put my reference on the screen for a little bit, but I'll end up moving that And we're going to get started working on this painting. So I've got my brushes, and the first thing I'm going to do is work on the background, and I'm going to flood the paper with water, and all that means is I'm going to cover it with just plain clear water, and we're going to work on that background first off, because it's going to help establish my values by getting that background in there. Plus, it's going to give me that background that's going to give me that fuzzy, out of focus look. Is the reason I'm doing it. I'm going to start by mixing a green with the high-ho blue and the deep yellow, and I'm going to drop all that color in. And I'm using a size 12 black velvet brush. And I will link all of the supplies in the description bar below if you're interested in those. So I'll have that, and I will check and make sure there's a link for the kit. Alright, so I'm going to dry this, and now I'm going to take and build up some more values in that background. I'm going to establish all my I'm going to do a little negative painting and where I can have some little grasses that's behind a daffodil. And I'm just going to keep building those values up. And I've added some black in to that blue and some of the burnt orange. Now we're going to work on, I'm getting a little, cleaning up a little bit. And we're going to work on the daffodil petals now. And what I do is I fill each petal with water, and then I drop my darkest color in and then pull that out. And I build up each petal that way, creating my darkest values first and pulling out. I'm a little bit different than most watercolorists. I just found this technique a little bit easier when we're dealing with flowers. And then I will come back in each time, drying each layer in between, and building up each layer with more values. I'm working on the center of the petals now to establish my darkest darks, and I will come in and build up the other darks of each petal so that we have a great little value range going. And yellow is really hard to get a good value range because it is such a light color. So you have to really build up. If I would have had a violet, it would have been a lot easier because I could have mixed the violet and the yellow to make a really pretty complementary tone that I could have used for shadows, but I didn't, so I used that burnt orange. So I've got all that in there now. I've got all my values established, and I'm drying the painting, and I'm going to take the white that came in there, and I can't remember what the name of that white was, but it's like I think it's more like a gouache, but that's not what it was called. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign this painting with my little name. But all in all, I had fun playing with these watercolors, and I think you would too. So we're going to sign my name right here. And I've just watered down that white to do this, and I'm just using a very thin brush. Okay, so we finished the painting. It's right there. And all in all, I think that the Make Art Box, or Let's Make Art Box subscription kit is a really good deal. The paints are really nice. They are different than traditional watercolors, so you want to be aware of that. But I think it's a good thing if you have never done a watercolor class before, or you want to learn. I think that's a great way to do it. All right, so I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Love you.